Hi. So let me see if I got this straight. If you are over 25 years old and you still work a 9 to 5, you have failed in life. She opened her OF just a few months ago or whatever, whenever, and she just made millions or a million. I don't care how much. I want you to understand one thing. She's mocking you. Doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman, she's mocking you. Okay? She's mocking everyone. Doesn't matter if they studied their whole lives and now they can't find a job, or they're working. It doesn't matter if the person studied in Harvard or Yale or Oxford or Sorbonne. If they are working in a 9 to 5, they have failed in life. And she just turned 18, opened her OF, and just made a million or more. And she's boasting about it. She's bragging about it like if it's a good thing. Maximum of 10 years, she'll be crying more than Mia. You know which Mia I'm talking about. Because with OF, I'm not wishing her ill or anything. I'm just saying this is what will happen because it's a fact. It happened before with many actresses, and it will probably happen with her too. And she will remember this day. She will remember that tweet. She will remember that whatever post, wherever the F she posted this. All right. And I want you to understand that by mocking other people that haven't reached the same that you did, you're setting yourself up for big disappointment, right? Because everything has consequences. Everything has consequences. And the consequences of me, you, and everybody else having studied their whole lives, getting into debt. Oh, I always pronunciate this word wrong. Debt. If you got yourself into debt to go to college, I didn't, because universities in here, good universities, they're free. They're just really difficult to get accepted. All right, you have to do an exam, very difficult exam. I studied besides high school. I had to study a year and a half more to be able to pass in that exam to be accepted. And I didn't like my first course, my first major, and I changed it by passing on the exam again. And I can't even find a 9 to 5 job. You know why? Because every single job I try, they realize that I'm what's the word again? I'm overcapacitated, right? To do a 9 to 5 job, like a normal job, like a cashier or a warehouse maintenance guy, you know. And I obviously cannot find a job in my own field of expertise, because every job vacancy online is a scam, and it's a ghost spot, you know. It's a ghost job. They're not even hiring. They're just setting up a database, right, about the kind of profile of people that would apply to that job. And I just got no alternative whatsoever. It's just make it big or die trying. You see, and I refuse to, I don't know, it wouldn't work for me opening an OF, but I'm sure it would work for me to get into a life of crime. Because that's what a lot of people concede to, all right? It doesn't matter if it's a white collar, a blue collar, or a black collar kind of crime. I refuse to do that. I also refuse to be a public servant, because I don't believe in any government. I just don't believe. I cannot see myself working for any type of government, any kind of president or congressmen that are in there. I just can't see myself voting for them. Imagine working for them. Imagine feeding their machine. I just can't. I will not be a public servant. I refuse to do that. All right. And yeah, man, it is so much fun to see an 18-year-old mocking me, you, everybody else. That I don't know, man. It doesn't feel fair. It doesn't feel nice. It doesn't feel. Anyway, I don't have much else to say. I just want you to save this because she's setting herself up to a big disappointment in the future. And I want you to remember this, alright? So now it's time for me to commit harakiri or seppuku. You know, the Japanese thing. At least I'll keep my honor intact, right? So see you in the next one. Bye.